on Guam.
KUAM News, winner of the 2022 Regional Edward R. Murrow Award for Excellence in Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for the Culture Club.
KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson, celebrating 25 years of commitment to Guam, Micronesia, and the CNMI. Cars Plus Finish Line Express is now open at Cars Plus in Mighty. The state-of-the-art car wash is now open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime.
The Republican caucus is making it clear they're going to find whoever is responsible for sending out a fake legislative amendment that circulated during emergency session. An investigatory committee now underway.
Prosecutors are taking defendant Nicholas Wayne Moore back to court in that Agana Heights drive-by shooting. This comes nearly after 3 months a judge declared a mistrial. I'm Julian Hernandez with the story.
Joint Region Marianas recruiting CNMI businesses for its morale, welfare, and recreation program. But what's in it for the locals? Tomas Manglonia here with the story coming up.
Hafidades and buenas noches, buen venido para KUAM News Primetime. Guajusi Destiny Cruz. Nick Delgado has the night off. Well, control over the controversial Eagles Field lease could be in the balance when the legislature meets tomorrow. Speaker Therese Terlahi has made it clear she'll push for an override of the governor's veto of her bill that requires legislative approval to lease federal land for 5 years or longer. That would include the 50-year deal for the medical campus that the governor is eager to sign with the Navy. Nestor Lecanto has more.
An override would give the legislature approval authority over the lease of the Manila federal property that's been the governor's choice for her billion-dollar medical campus almost since the outset. But that choice has come under fire from a group of original landowners who want their land back, even as Admiral Benjamin Nicholson has come out publicly to explain that it's not excess land and can't be returned except for public purposes. Meanwhile, many senators have also been leery over what they call a take-it-or-leave-it deal with the Navy. For them, timing is of the essence because the Admiral has set an April 14 deadline to sign the lease. Session was recessed until Wednesday, ostensibly so that Senator Tello Taitagui, who was not present Monday, can attend. Even when it is put up for vote, the 9-member coalition majority still needs a 10th vote for a successful override. In the middle of all this, Attorney General Douglas Moylan has been reviewing the lease.
My job is to look over it, check out the statutes, compare it against those statutes, case authorities, things like that. So we're taking it very seriously here. I don't want to prejudice it in any way. The legislature has a bill now that's under discussion publicly. So yeah, that's essentially where we're at.
But if senators do override the governor's veto?
Well, if the legislature acts, it probably would remove the need for us to further review it, given the structure of that current public law. Or I'm sorry, the current bill as it's being discussed.
If they don't, Moylan says he'll honor a Friday, March 31st deadline.
That is the commitment that I made to the governor, and we will live up to that.
Moylan says it's not up to him to decide whether there should be a new medical campus or not. That's a policy decision. But if his legal review is to reject the lease as to form, it still doesn't mean it's over.
You're talking about almost a civil contract in nature, that if the federal government wanted to give the governor of Guam more time, you know, all it takes is somebody making that decision on the other side of the contract.
Again, for now, the Admiral's deadline is April 14. Nestor Lecanto, KUAM News.
And ahead of the anticipated override vote, the governor issued a news release warning that the move would, quote, place our island's health and safety in jeopardy. She went on to blast Speaker Terlahi and senators who are pushing to overturn her veto for presenting misleading and incomplete information. You can find the complete release on our social media channels. And in other news, could it have been an inside government of Guam job? The GOP and the 37th Guam legislature is forming an investigative committee to find out who made up a document that claimed to have been amended by one of the senators. Here's more. The Republican caucus is making it clear they will find who created the so-called fake amendment, accusing Senator Chris Duenas of taking money from teacher pay raises to fund his school repair bill. The legislative GOP holding a press conference today to discuss establishing a special investigative committee. It would include 3 from the Democratic majority and 2 Republicans who would have subpoena powers. Minority Leader Frank Blas Jr. wanting to uncover the facts.
If it is in fact a member or an individual from the legislature that did concoct, that did produce, and that did provide this document, that is totally against what we need to and what we swore to protect.
Leaving no stone unturned, Senator Tom Fisher even calling out the executive branch, saying the governor's communications director, Crystal Pago San Agustin, should disclose their alleged involvement.
I'll do it myself. I'd ask everybody in this room to send Crystal Pago an email demanding any note, any record of any conversation she had with anyone concerning this issue.
Duenas and his colleagues not accepting the apology as well.
Yeah, this can all be over tomorrow. So Julian, do what's right. Give up your source because you've committed a crime and your source has committed a crime. And we can all move on from there, let the justice system take its course.
For now, Senator Fisher kept pointing out what he calls early forensics, claiming it reveals potential evidence and an apparent server at the University of Guam in Manilao. It's unclear if they may in fact be the source of the fake document. The Republican caucus adding they will take legal action, with plans to hold an emergency session to find out whoever is responsible. We've got more news in a moment. Keep it here. You're watching KUAM.
Watch KUAM TV 8 live on Peacock. Check out our live channel, NBC shows, live sports original programming, movies, plus so much more. Visit peacocktv.com/local or download the app and subscribe today.
The wait is over, Guam. The all-new state-of-the-art car wash is now open at Cars Plus. Introducing Finish Line Express, open 7 days a week. The all-new cashless drive-through car wash is also the largest car wash on island that can accommodate vehicles such as lifted Jeeps and full-size pickup trucks. Just roll up, pick a wash, insert credit card, or show your EverWash app and roll through. Plus, power vacuums are available to clean the interior. Show your vehicle some love today at the all-new car wash at Cars Plus in Mighty. Open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. 7 days a week.
Here with this experience today, I mean, top notch.
It helps you in the long run.
Make sure that you're always checking your health. It's not only yourself that you're checking yourself. Actually, you need to check each other. And then at the same time, if you have the right facility to go to, please go to the medical center.
Mizuru tweets, confession, I really like Jack in the Box Tiny Tacos. My crunchy tiny tacos with creamy avocado lime sauce? There's a lot to like. I have a confession too. One time, I've been advised to stop talking. Tiny tacos, get them regular or loaded.
Welcome back to Primetime. Well, the man accused in an Agana Heights shooting that sent another man to the hospital is being taken to trial for a second time. Defendant Nicholas Moore appearing back in Superior Court today, 3 months after a judge declared a mistrial. Julian Hernandez has the details from the courthouse.
Nicholas Wayne Moore back before a Superior Court judge today. Moore was cleared in the 2020 Agana Heights drive-by shooting after Judge Arthur Bersenius declared a mistrial in January. The case extended over months after attorneys were unable to make it into the courtroom. The trial paused when the assigned Judge Alberto Tolentino stepped away for health reasons, ultimately leading to the mistrial. As we reported, Moore is accused of shooting at 2 men, hitting one, while driving a black Ford F-150 near the Agana Heights basketball court about 2.5 years back.
Really, no comment on that other than we're going to trial.
Today, defense attorney Mike Phillips says the retrial will focus on the aggravated assault charge in the shooting. Moore appearing before newly sworn-in judge John Terlahi today. Defense letting the court know what they need to prepare this time around.
We're just clarifying that there may be evidence that has not yet been turned over. We just want to make sure that everything's turned over. I think the government's going to go ahead and review what has been turned over to ensure that we have everything.
Prosecuting attorney Basil O'Malley also telling the court the government will review all the evidence, admitting it will take time. During the first trial, prosecutors argued the shooting was a drug deal gone wrong. Defense contends Moore did not pull the trigger. Trial is set with jury selection to begin on April 19th. Julianne Hernandez, KUAM News.
Joint Region Marianas is making a concerted push to involve more local businesses in its quality of life programs for active duty members. Amid the CNMI's pivot away from Chinese tourism, the military's increasing presence is embraced by local government. Regional correspondent Tomas Mangloña reports.
Joint Region Marianas has boots on the ground to recruit NMI businesses to participate in its morale, welfare, and recreation program to improve the quality of life of its active duty members and their families in the region.
Hoping on military families is just one avenue of what we're trying to really develop here.
That potential developing amid the Commonwealth's financial crisis and shift in tourism market strategy.
The governor and the lieutenant governor have pivoted away from the China tourism market, and we want to build and nourish or foster the development of the military market.
The program partners with local businesses to offer active duty members exclusive leisure activity packages for the ROF time. The average age of those officers is 34 years old and 82% are men. JRM officials say they want Guam to be the duty station of choice.
What do we have to offer? Our beautiful nature, our indigenous Chamorro and Carolinian culture, and the toss of salad of cultures who calls this place home.
But the invitation has met some local concerns about how increased presence will impact the community.
You shouldn't be alarmed. Let's just be welcoming of this new opportunity for the military. Every business should be taking advantage of the situation with the military buildup.
JRM officials from Guam were not cleared to speak to the media at the public event and communicated through the Saipan Chamber of Commerce that their presentation could not be filmed either because they wanted to avoid any unwanted issues. They told an audience member that they'd return to present to more businesses if there's a demand for it. Tomas Mangloña, KUAM News, Saipan.
Thanks, Tomas. All right, now for a look at your world at home. Here's a view captured from a bridge at the American Memorial Park on Saipan. The water reflecting the beautiful clear skies there this morning. This posts more tomorrow music right now on Isla Digital Radio. Just use that QR code right there on your screen.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
And there you have it, McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich. From the makers of the world's most stolen fries. The juicy chicken sandwich from the place that offers extra napkins for a reason. The tender chicken sandwich from the creators of a sandwich phenomenon. So you won't just be biting into a chicken sandwich, you'll be biting into McDonald's new crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Coming to Jigo in late April, The Roar is back. Smokin' Wheels is on April 21st through the 23rd, with Guam playing host to much more than our most popular motorsports extravaganza. It's a part of the fabric of island history.
It's our 40th running of this race, but this is 45 years since we started it. First one is 1978. It's going to be exciting. Everybody's so happy to be back again after COVID, and we've got a lot of pent up energy, and you'll see it out there on the track. Everybody's going fast.
Everyone's going to be waking up earlier. Everyone's going to be getting in their practices all before Smokin' Wheels. It's an awesome event, and everyone looks forward to it. It's I don't think it's like just a word in itself, you know, Smoking Wheels. Says a lot about Guam and a lot about racing.
The multi-sport weekend features a ton of burning rubber from top caliber racers from an international circuit.
We've got Japan, we've got a rider from New Zealand, a couple guys from the States.
And it also features top talent from within the region.
And we got all our brothers and sisters coming over from Saipan. From what I heard, 25 to 30 riders coming from Saipan alone. And yeah, we're looking really forward to Saipan coming over there.
Guam Racing Federation General Manager Henry Simpson says the ultimate destination, hosting a Grand Prix event locally, has big economic merit for the island.
When we're able to actually have our first Guam Grand Prix, a Formula 3 Grand Prix here on Guam, it'll draw thousands and thousands of people to it. And so that's our ultimate end goal, and the process around that, just everything around running a Grand Prix like that brings people to the island to help set it up, help make it work right, help make it go. So it's super exciting to have that. The first Grand Prix will pay back everything we've ever invested in this.
And while new generation of riders take the course, shattering records with new gear and world-class training techniques, the timeless tradition of what Smokin' Wheels means to island culture hasn't changed a single bit in 4 decades.
It's all about family. I mean, when you come out here, it's brothers against sisters and cousins and uncles, and we even got a couple of grandpas out there racing against their grandchildren in the same class. It's pretty astounding that we have a sport like that that's so high adrenaline and so physical, but yet we have all these families from Guam that are coming out here, you know.
And this wouldn't be a proper Guam event without some classic hospitality, fun competition, and the immeasurable value of athletic memories.
We just can't wait to welcome everyone, you know. So this, you know, it's all fun and games and a great camaraderie of racers get together. But as soon as we're on the gate, that's when the attitudes change, right? So that's when our competition helmet gets put on, and then we're just there racing against everyone else, and then at the end of the race, we're back under the tents, enjoying one another and talking about the race for a lifetime.
In 2018, we were given the rights to a 50-year lease that didn't materialize. So what we're doing now by switching over to Parks and Recreation is actually fulfilling what we were promised before, to get a 50-year lease where we can finish building the track, and this can be continue to be an island institution.
There's just so much to do and see when you come out here. You got to bring the entire family. You're going to have a great time. It's a lot of fun. There's drag racing, there's drifting, there's motocross, and there's a car show. The mud drags are always a big draw. A lot of people. We're actually building a brand new mud drag out there right now. A lot of fun.
And having been involved himself since the very first Smokin' Wheels, Simpson isn't just administrator, coordinator, and facilitator. He's also a racer whose competitive nature revs louder than ever.
You know, we got a bunch of young guys coming up, and always want to see if you can get them.
KUAM Sports is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
Only Pizza Hut lets you surround your favorite pizza with greatness. The one and only stuffed crust pizza tempts your taste buds with melted cheese stuffed inside that amazing crust. And at just $18.99 with one topping, the stuffed crust pizza is truly irresistible. So grab your slice of pizza perfection with cheesy goodness baked right into the crust. The stuffed crust pizza, just $18.99 with one topping. Only at Pizza Hut, the island's best.
Giving Every Tuesday is brought to you by J. Goodman, a happiness company.
Hafa day, everyone. Naan Husi Vanessa Jade Santos, a senior from Simon Sanchez High School and a Giving Tuesday Spark Ambassador. To close off the month of March, let us celebrate these last few days of Mes Tamoru, as it is an important part of our community's efforts to pass on our traditions to future generations and to celebrate our identity as people. Today, we have Ava Suba from John F. Kennedy High School sharing her experience at Sagan Katura, which hosted a 2-day event full of Tamoru festivities in honor of Mes Tamoru.
Hafa day. Naan Husi Ava. Last weekend, I had the pleasure of meeting people who continue to make great contributions to the Chamorro culture at Sagan Katura as they celebrated Mes Chamorro. First, I got to meet Tony Mantonotnia, who is a cultural practitioner and tour guide for Valley of the Laddie. I asked him what inspired him to contribute to the culture in the way he does.
It's actually my culture. I lived it. I didn't have to go to school for it. I lived it back in the past because that was my culture. English was my second language, as well as having to still live the tradition of cooking from a fire and also farming our own food.
Along with Tony, I also got to meet Patrick Camacho, who is a group leader of Gumat Mehiga Cultural Arts Program and a Chamorro arts teacher at Benavente Middle School. They got to share how they perpetuate Chamorro culture.
Well, for me and my dancers and my dance group, Chamorro cultures live with us every day. So pretty much for us, Mes Chamorro is just our way to showcase what we do in our groups and how we celebrate our Chamorro every day. So events like this is a really good place for us to be, because then we get to show exactly all the hard work we put into it, all the creativity, and the young talent, the talented members of our group, and also members that come out that just ask questions and whatnot. We get to share with them. So it's a really great thing for us to do.
Patrick was also able to share how you can help perpetuate the culture as well.
Just do not be afraid to share your language. Do not be afraid to speak it. Do not be afraid to pick up a sling. Do not be afraid to chant a dance or join a program. Anything can be Chamorro as long as the language is included. So that's my only thing to say is, if you want Chamorro culture to live and stop using the phrase "it's dying," then that's what I'm going to say is, what do you have to offer to help make it to help stay alive? Because it's alive right now. It's alive every day. But what can you do to help contribute to keep it, making it even bigger, so that anybody can say, "Oh yeah, I'm part of that movement. That's my movement. I'm Fino Chamorro. I'm Mes Chamorro every year, every month." So hopefully that will happen. It's living now, but hopefully with all these fun things that we try to get the kids involved with, many of the youth now are very interested and involved with it, which is a really good thing with the next generation, is that they're interested in it. So that's something that we as cultural practitioners must see and must continue to gravitate on, so that we can gravitate on them, so that they can gravitate on more kids to be interested and get going with the program and the movement. This is a movement for our people. It's a history in the making, especially with these kids that are doing it. They don't understand what it means by it's a history in the making, but it really is a history in the making, because culture is now vibrant and so alive here in the island, the Chamorro culture. And that's because of the kids who continue to follow and continue to do it every single day. It's amazing.
Though March in Mes Chamorro is coming to an end, we must continue to celebrate our heritage, as it can help us develop a deeper appreciation for our own culture and the culture of others. Sizos Maasi, Zanviva Mes Chamorro.
Giving Every Tuesday is brought to you by J. Goodman, a happiness company.
Daytime TV's #1 drama for more than 3 decades is hitting a major milestone. The Young and the Restless is celebrating 50 years of the air. That's half a century of epic romances, mysterious intrigue, and bitter feuds. CBS presents The Young and the Restless 50th anniversary celebration, an Entertainment Tonight special premiering this evening at 8 p.m. on CBS TV 11. To celebrate, members from Team KUAM channeled the soap opera. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun doing that, and I think we did pretty good. And as we mentioned, it's The Young and the Restless's 50th anniversary on TV, and it's no surprise CBS's longest-running scripted series and the popular soap opera has many fans, especially on Island, to include a couple of members from the GOP from the Guam legislature.
Everybody on my platoon in the police department, okay, were fans of that. Okay, awesome. We got up, you know. KUAM actually played replays later on in the evening. So after we get off our shifts, we'd be able to go run home and be able to watch it.
I just only have a kind of a joke to that one. You know, my mom used to say, you know, all these people who watch The Young and the Restless are the old and the tired.
Again, The Young and the Restless 50th anniversary celebration airs tonight at 8 p.m. on CBS TV 11. Don't miss it. It will definitely have you feeling nostalgic. And finally, tonight, your Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club shout-out submitted on KUAM.com.
Let's do some birthdays, shall we, my friends? And on March the 28th, we all say, here we go, happy birthday to Shaylin Aiko and to the queen of my life. Aw, I love you and I miss you so much. Happy 12th birthday. Mommy is so proud of the person you are today. And Shaylin, we hope you have a wonderful, wonderful birthday. Kiara Sanchez, happy birthday equally to you, and we love you very much from the Santiago and Sanchez family. Frankie Augustine, happy birthday to our very own Ta, who literally goes out of his way to make sure we are okay and well fed. Have a spectacular day, your family writes, and they say we love you always. Happy birthday, Frankie. Esther Pareto, happy birthday, mommy and grandmom from the whole family, who says we love you so much. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, happy birthday to Missy Palomo, to everyone's favorite Nina Missy. Wishing you a very blessed birthday week and hope it's filled with all your birthday wishes. And we hope that Nina Missy's birthday wishes come true, because when Nina Missy's birthday wishes come true, it's a good day for all our birthday celebrants. To happy birthday to each and every one of you.
Estigui Idzan Mizu Primetime Show Sizos Maasi Purinega Guahu si Destiny Cruz Nefan Safu Hamzu Zagosa Ipoini.
KUAM News Hotspot is brought to you by Calvo Enterprises, Inc.
Hello, my friends, and Hafaday. I am Jason Salas. As always, we come to you on weekdays, and of course, we are live on YouTube, we are live on Facebook, we are live on KUM TV, and we are live on Peacock. So hello to all of you who now subscribe to Peacock. Less than $10 and you can take KUM TV as well as all of the amazing NBC programming from since way back. There's a ton of stuff to watch. So if you're on Peacock, hello and hafaday from wherever you are on whatever device you are watching us on. We have a jam-packed show today. So let us bring up the menu, because we are a hospitable restaurant. And as we see there, we are going to take a look in Health Check. We look at how artificial intelligence is helping to screen patients for colon cancer. Very, very important that we do that, and AI is making that very innovative. We also have another dose of weekly renewal with our friend Claire Calvo. She is going to tell you how to live a healthy island life. And we are also going to talk to my dear friends Liz and Gina from Remax Diamond Realty Guam with House to Home. That is coming up. But did you know that today is a very, very significant day because daytime TV's #1 drama, the very tippy top, if there was to be a Mount Rushmore of daytime soap operas, the very first head there, actually it would probably be several, is none other than The Young and the Restless. For the last 3 decades, it's been #1, celebrating a half century, 50 years on the air. That's epic romance, mysterious intrigue, bitter feuds, and more drama than I can even count, and I can count pretty high, all right? CBS is presenting The Young and the Restless 50th anniversary celebration coming up, an entertainment special tonight from 8 to 9 on KUAM TV 11. Here is what has transpired as far as Young and the Restless and what lay ahead.
Through more than 12,500 episodes, over 50 years,
you will never get her!
The Young and the Restless has taken viewers inside the lives of the residents of Genoa City.
To love and comfort you.
There's been no shortage of romance, rivalries, or heartbreak.
It's just an incredible honor. It's a real achievement that our show's been this successful this long.
Josh Morrow has played Nick Newman for nearly 30 years. Many of the show's actors have remained in their roles for decades.
It's just an incredible company and a big giant family, and we all, root each other on.
The Young and the Restless debuted March 26, 1973, after CBS tasked show creator William Bell with producing a soap that focused on younger characters.
Take one.
Their first half-hour episode featured disheveled drifter Brad Elliott, who hitched a ride from a trucker.
Where you headed? Looks like Genoa City.
From there, the stories bloomed. These days revolving around Genoa City's 2 most prominent families, the Abbotts and the Newmans. Through the years, The Young and the Restless has kept generations of viewers engaged through interesting plot twists and groundbreaking and sometimes controversial storylines. The Y&R was the first to write a storyline about AIDS. It's also tackled alcoholism, same-sex marriage, sexual harassment, and date rape.
You just immediately feel so much pressure to get it accurate. God forbid, again, someone has been through this and they say that's not how it was, then it's all for nothing.
And was among the first to embrace diversity. Brittany Sarpy plays Dr. Elena Dawson.
Me coming on set and being a minority and being able to represent a culture that's not always on TV or wasn't always on TV is really important work.
But it's the daily dose of drama that viewers, cast, and crew hope never ends.
I grew up watching Young and the Restless with my mom, and so Young and the Restless has always been a part of my life.
Where the characters will forever remain young and restless. Danya Backus, CBS News.
All right, here we are, The Young and the Restless again, 50 years being celebrated. Of course, that is tonight, KUAM TV 11 on March 28th from 8 to 9. I have here 2 ladies who have watched Young and the Restless, I guess. Gina, first of all. Half a day
ago.
Gina, who just got on the KUAM couch just a few moments ago, she flew down here so we could talk about this. You said your mom is a big Y&R fan,
Oh,
right?
yeah, of course. Well, back then, did we have cable? I thought, you only had one channel. We watched whatever was on, and she loved Young and the Restless.
There you go. How about you, G?
Oh,
years ago, I remember Young and the Restless, Guiding Light, Peyton Place. That was when we were very
Peyton Place, that's old.
Old, definitely.
I was like sands through the hourglass. Those are the days of our life. But, today's all about Young and the Restless. So what I wanted to talk about, and pertinent to our discussion, of course, because this is House to Home Tuesday, we talk about real estate. Young and the Restless is a theme that I was kind of like grappling with last night, right, when I was thinking about this. How many people get into the real estate business as realtors when they've got a few years of experience underneath their belt and maybe come from other industries? And how does that, lean to their effectiveness, Gina, as realtors? Because you might have people that are teachers, engineers, psychiatrists maybe, and everything like that. They may have business owners and everything like that. And
all kinds of backgrounds. You're absolutely right. We've got, in our office alone, we've got a lady, Pat, her background is in law. In Malaysia, she was an attorney there. We have Deanna Palmer, who came from Xerox. Real estate.
Deanna was at Xerox. That's right.
Yes.
Hi, Deanna. I did remember that. Okay, so Deanna's gonna. How did you not know that?
Yeah. So yeah. I think our industry attracts people from all avenues of life, really.
Because it actually ties together a lot of, you know, there's salesmanship, there's, as you said, customer service, there's a lot of psychiatry, there's economics and everything like that. So what are some of the other, what's the wildest
we've
field of
had
work?
People who were engineers who came into real estate. We've had teachers, people who worked in the daycare industry that are in real estate.
Depending on your client, I guess you can say that is kind of daycare in itself.
All sorts. They have different reasons to, like they wanted to invest and do work, you know, build their portfolio for their family, plus work on it as a service to the community. So we do have all ranges of, in fact, you can do real estate. You can come join us.
I am not young anymore, but I certainly am restless.
Restless, exactly. So you
one
fit
out of two ain't bad.
You fit right on in. And we've had husband and wife teams come in and join, and they kind of split the duties. There's a honey-do list where the husband does the maintenance and the signs while the wife does the real estate, and vice versa. But they've worked very well together, and there are a number of teams within our association.
That's an interesting angle, Gina, because Young and the Restless, it's a lot of drama, a lot of, like, you know, love thy neighbor, you know, to put it frankly. Have there ever been any couples, you said, you know, husband and wife come into the industry together, but have realtors, you know, or a realtor, an appraiser, a surveyor and everything like that found love through the venue of real estate?
I don't keep track of
Any
that,
couples?
honestly.
Oh, so you don't follow the drama.
No, you know
I'm
what?
all about the drama.
I'm all about leave your drama to your mama. No. Focus on the work.
Yes.
You know, honestly, my thing is focus on the work. And if you are going to be teams, if you're going to set up a team like husband and wife or Liz and I partnership, my thing is it doesn't take two of you to screw in the light bulb, so divvy up the work.
The work, exactly.
I am not that type of a team player where I want to go side by side with Liz and go share the property together and come back and do this together. No, you do this part of the work, I'll do that part. That way we get more done. So within our office,
division of labor.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, tackle what you're good at. Like Liz is people person. She's better at that. Whereas I'm more detailed. I want to look at paperwork and get all the details down. I'm better at that. So if we had to split the work, Liz would deal with the people and I'd deal with the paperwork. You know, and that way you get more done. Okay. That's just my version of a team.
Division of duties.
There you go. Okay, so seeing as how Young and the Restless, staying with this theme, is now 50 years old today, right? What's the oldest somebody's ever gotten into the real estate business and still been effective, still been very productive?
Chris has been in it, what, 40 years?
No, I'm sorry, what's the oldest somebody got in? Has anyone ever came in at age 50?
I say I'm going to do this till I kick the bucket, and we do know some realtors that were in the business until they've passed.
And recently we did have somebody who joined our office in his 60s.
Wow.
Yeah, and he joined our office and wanted to do real estate for a bit. And you know, I do see that people retire from other industries and want to do real estate. The thing of it is, you know, you have to have the right mindset. If you're in the mindset already that you are retired, that you know, you want to get into an industry where it's a little bit laid back, or perhaps you could take advantage of the fact that you're in retirement mode, don't get into real estate. Because it's a hard industry.
You have to hustle.
Or those that want to relax, you know, when people are counting on you, you can't sit back and relax when they have expectations on work to get done. Like, you know, we have a passion for what we do. I always tell people I'm going to do this until I kick the bucket, and I'm 70 right now. But Gina's been doing it for like 40 years.
Oh, girl.
30. So
I think we might have some drama right here. Young and the Restless Part 2.
Years. I love her. She thinks I've been doing this for.
She did it when she was in grade school.
In all honesty, 37.
There you go. Almost 40 years.
Well, you were rounding up.
That's short, but bless her for thinking I've been doing it forever.
What is the craziest industry in both of your collective years of not 40 of being involved in Guam real estate? What's the craziest industry that someone's been able to transition over, like tax preparer, zookeeper?
The craziest.
There hasn't been really.
I don't think anything is crazy.
I would assume there are a lot of
there are a lot of
stay-at-home moms that get back into the workforce.
No, I know. You know what I thought was the coolest transition was Hank from Property Shop, Hank Rice.
Oh,
He's a magician.
He is a magician. And during the pandemic, he got his real estate license. We interviewed him about that.
He's still doing real estate. And I think that's the coolest transition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I'm going to make your mortgage disappear.
Hey, that would be terrific.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
That would be innovative right there. Okay. So seeing as how we are celebrating the 50th anniversary of Young and the Restless, again, the CBS has a wonderful celebration of it. We are celebrating, the three of us. We have not been on the air for 50 years, but we are 9 years and going strong. So we're still young.
That's it.
We're always restless about passing on good information. Oh yeah, Pete, come in, Pete.
Come on.
Pete, come here. There's Santa Rita Pete. There you go.
Come on, Pete.
Santa Rita Pete, everybody.
What would we do without Pete?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, ladies. So, tell me, you guys know Joe Bloss, right? Our friend Joe Bloss. She's with Autism Community Together. She is coming up next because we have wonderful events coming up, and we want to tell you all about it and get you to participate. So that is coming up next.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Let's eat, yo-yo, let's eat, yo-yo. Let's see if you can keep up with the beat, yo-yo. Take a seat, yo-yo, time to feast, yo-yo. Then let's see what you can really do for me, yo-yo. Crab legs, dog eggs, bon appetit, yo-yo. And another round of drinks, can't even speak, yo-yo. Can't keep my eyes off this precious cheese, and I thought I saw a work, was that for me, yo-yo, yeah. RSVP, are you gonna be there with me? RSVP, yo-yo.
KUAM TV 8, live on Peacock. Check out our live channel, NBC shows, live sports original programming, movies, plus so much more. Visit peacocktv.com/local or download the app and subscribe today.
We are back right here on the Hot Spot, and for those of you who are coming to us on Peacock, what's up? Half a day. I am talking to a very, very dear friend of our show and a very dear friend of us to all of us here and to all of you out there, Joe Bloss, who has made her life's work, her mission. She's worn many, many hats throughout her illustrious career, but Autism Community Together, I would dare say, Joe, is the one that means the most to you. So first of all, half a day. It has been a very long time since I've been able to see you, so it's so good to see you now.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, okay, so Autism Community Together is finally putting on like another one of the events. I've interviewed you so many times about the wonderful work that you do. The 2K, 5K run walk is finally being held once more.
Yes, well actually we held it last year. We were the first organization to have an in-person 5K event last year, and it was huge. I mean, it was just so nice. We had an evening run last year, and we're going to have, this year we're having a sunset run.
Those are so wonderful. Now, what is the decision process you go through when saying, you know, should we do 5 a.m. showtime, 6 a.m. go time, or should we actually do it like right while, you know, the sun's going down?
So we put a survey out to our members, and the majority just said, we're not morning people. Our kids will prefer an evening run, so that's why we did it in the evening again.
Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call diplomacy.
Absolutely.
Democracy in action.
Yes,
right there.
you know, a lot of our kids, they don't like to get up early in the morning, and, you know, we want to make sure they're happy when they're out there doing our run with us.
You know, that is the operative word, though, because happiness is what it's all about, and we want to make sure that we can do this to inspire, to educate, and inform our community about the autism community here on Guam.
Absolutely. So April is Autism Month, and once again, we want to, you know, just spread awareness and ask for support and acceptance about autism.
How do people register for the race?
So right now, they can come to our office. We're located in the DNA building, Suite 304, and we'll be there today, tomorrow, and Thursday from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. And if they miss those dates, they'll have to come and register at the run on Sunday.
Okay, and since you are talking about, again, like when you say DNA building, everybody says, oh, where PDN is, right?
Correct.
Shout out to all my friends at
old
PDN.
building.
Yeah, hope you, old PDN building. There you go. Hope all you guys are doing well down there, man. a lot of colleagues there, a lot of friends.
Yeah, special thanks to the DNA building, Letitia Lujan and company, because they sponsor an office for us to utilize for the autism community.
Very nice. And you're staying in Agana for the race, right?
In Agana, yes, at the Chamorro. We'll be located in the Chamorro Village huts, and the course runs from Chamorro Village to Adelup and back.
Okay, so this is what we call like the speedster course, because a lot of like competitive runners do this.
Oh,
because
yeah.
It's a straight shot.
It's a straight, flat course, and it's just going to be fun because it's a sunset run.
Mm-hmm. What is it like to actually, for people that may be on the fence about doing it? First of all, please register, everybody, because it's a wonderful cause, and this is so much fun. There you go. You can see, see right there from past events. When you actually hit the road, you know, Marine Corps Drive, it's been all cleared out and everything like that. When you're going from Chamorro Village, Joe, down towards Adelup, is the sun in your face,
the
or
sun
is
is
it at your back?
in your eyes, and so when you turn around and you come back, it should be just, you know, it's going to be a nice view.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the one thing that people really need to know about Guam's autism community as far as the number of families?
You know, I don't know if the word unfortunately is what we should use, but it's growing. The numbers are growing, and so I think what we usually say when people say, why are they growing? It's because people are now learning more about it, and they're getting their child diagnosed for autism versus just thinking, oh, maybe they're just hyper or they have ADHD or something. They're actually taking the time to learn about autism and to see a specialist to get them diagnosed, because you can't help your child if you don't know the diagnosis.
I would definitely see that as progressive.
Absolutely.
You know, from my vantage point, I think that's wonderful, and the work that you've been able to, again, tirelessly do for so many years now has really helped so many Guamanians.
Right. So our group, the Autism Support, the community, Autism Community Together, we're a support group, and so although we don't have specific direct support programs, just being a families of autism, we can support each other because we know what we're going through. And I think that's the greatest thing, is to just know that there are other people there for you.
And that is probably the very definition of inafamaulig, which is something that all of us Chamorros, I mean, any Guamanian, you know, Chamorro or otherwise, we practice and we take care of our neighbors.
Right, absolutely, because now that sometimes when we go to a restaurant or a store and my son's having a meltdown and people come up to me and say, it's okay, it makes me feel so much better, because usually I'm really anxious about it, but it's just nice to know that other people are there to help support us.
So there's almost like a sense of empathy now, and and because you said there's been so much education that's gone on in our community, people are able to be aware of that, and they can say, oh, you know, do people like offer to like help or anything? Or
yes, they'll say, is there anything we can do? And sometimes he's just having one of those days, and I'll say, he's just, you know, he just needs some time. But it's just nice to know that I'm not going to be so anxious and worried about my son having a meltdown.
That is such a tremendous thing to share, Joe, because I know the empathy is so often a goal for like any cause, and it's so hard to like achieve. It requires years and years and years of work and everything. Right. So if we're getting there, and it seems like we are, based on what you just shared, that's
I believe so.
Thing.
And you know, Guam, we're just a family community, so it's just growing more and more.
Okay, real quick, we got about 15 seconds right now. How can people register for this wonderful race?
So contact us at the Autism Community Office at the DNA Building, Suite 304. Our number is 687-1284 or 489-0067, and they can register between 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. today, tomorrow, and Thursday.
There you go, Joe Blas. Did I not tell you that she was a wonderful friend to each and every one of us as Guamanians? So Joe, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Very good to see you. And please stay tuned, because there is more coming up, including how we celebrate the 50th anniversary of Young and the Restless when we come back on the Hotspot.
Buenos Zenhafides. As you all know, our island's had a very successful year, and I'd love to hear about all of the progress we've made. Together, why don't we start with you?
We've helped over 1,200 Guam kids and their families
$5 million in child care costs so far. Over 130 after-school and community care programs have received grant funding for programs like swimming,
and cycling,
and soccer, and jiu-jitsu. We've also graduated 3 cohorts in our provider certification program at GCC,
and certified over 75 relative care providers.
Looks like we have a message incoming from headquarters.
Hi kids, I just want to say congratulations on all your successes this past year.
Thank you, Governor Lou. We couldn't have done it without you.
Keep up the great work.
He's ready for recess.
This ad is paid for with funds administered by the Department of Public Health and Social Services.
All right, it's time for a health check. Here is how artificial intelligence is being used for your health.
Health Check is presented to you by the Medical City.
During her nearly 4 decades-long career, retired nurse Evan Epper helped patients feel more comfortable during colonoscopies. At her own recent follow-up screening, she learned she had 10 precancerous polyps, adenomas.
If I haven't done the screening, I wouldn't have known.
The goal of a colonoscopy is to prevent colon cancer, helping identify possible polyps that could continue to grow. Gastroenterologist Dr. Andrew Boxer says it's often a team effort, doctors and nurses keeping their eyes peeled. But during Epper's screening, there was another set of eyes keeping watch.
I have to admit, I would have absolutely missed a lot of them if I was not using the Medtronic's GI Genius. I'm really astounded with the results. It's incredibly helpful.
The GI Genius, new artificial intelligence helping doctors screen. Dr. Boxer says it works much in the same way the technology in your pocket does.
Just like facial recognition, if it thinks it sees something that looks like a polyp, it will go and circle it for us with a big box.
AI technology has recently been making headlines, with humans weary of how robots are changing our lives.
People have been complaining that AI is going to start driving our cars, it's going to be writing our term papers. It's really something that's revolutionizing medicine, really all aspects. And in the gastroenterology space, what it's doing is helping to provide already a gold standard exam and make it better.
For Epper, the screening offered peace of mind with the benefit of helping her speak with patients.
It's nice to advocate that to the patients that, colonoscopy is not such a bad thing. It prevents cancer, and it's an easy test to do.
Medtronic's GI Genius was given the go-ahead by the FDA nearly 2 years ago. A number of studies have shown AI technology could help reduce adenoma miss rates during colonoscopies. Well, at least one study published in the American Journal of Gastroenterology did not show a significant increase in detection. Dr. Boxer says it's a real tool for cancer prevention. It won't replace a real-life doctor, but it can serve as critical backup.
People get tired. Doctors get tired. The computer doesn't get tired. The computer is always watching.
Health Check is presented to you by the Medical City.
And now it's time for Weekly Renewal.
Weekly Renewal is brought to you by Calvo Select Care.
Half a day, I'm Clara Calvo bringing you your weekly renewal. Today I have here Coco and Dar Calvo. They're the founders of Picasso Nannies, and they have something really exciting coming up. They're used to having these around Island. I'm sure you've heard of these different workshops for kids called Picasso Nannies, and now they have an actual event coming up next month. So welcome.
So Dar and I came up with Picasso Nannies one day in the kitchen. We were both stay-at-home moms looking for an event to do with our kids. We just put our brains together and came up with Picasso Nannies, which is an outlet for kids to be outdoors, really embrace Guam's beauty, but also be able to use their imagination, their creativity, and explore Guam's landmarks.
Yeah, so that's excellent, because honestly, especially after these past 3 years, I feel right now, it's so important that we are even more involved in our kids' activities and really doing these things with them. And we live in this beautiful island, so I'm glad you guys are actually taking advantage of that. So go ahead and share specifically what's coming up.
Yeah, since the beginning of Picasso Nannies, our brains have just been turning about how we can just enrich experiences for families, for children, and even adults. We ventured off into adults. But coming back to the Empire, we always had this idea of bringing a marketplace experience for kids, where they're manning their own booth, putting out products for the community to purchase and buy, and for them to, get their benefits from it. They get to earn money, and they get to have this under their belt, this experience. So really, the mission behind this is to introduce kids to entrepreneurship. What is entrepreneurship? And what it means to own a small business.
Wow.
And with that, it comes money management, critical thinking, creative solutions.
Wow,
and
that's
just
awesome.
really starting at a young age.
Yeah.
And the best way to really implement that in our adulthood is to practice it when we're young. So that's the mission behind the Empire. And not only that, as mothers, you know, we're all mothers. I'm sure we can all agree that it takes a village to raise a kid.
Absolutely.
So we want to create a community around this program, the Empire, where we're all just supporting each other and setting our kids up for success and happiness.
This sounds incredible. Can you just share with us the logistics? Where, when, how do people sign up?
Yeah, so we kick off our program on Saturday. And the program is 6 weeks, and it'll be every Saturday from 2 to 4.
Okay.
It begins at the UOG Bank of Guam Center for Entrepreneurship. So that's a little center in the business building at UOG from 2 to 4 again. And then every Saturday, it'll be at a new local business organization where they'll be learning from the professionals themselves, the entrepreneurs. We're partnering up with all kinds of entrepreneurs around the island, and these kids are going to get their hands dirty, get their feet wet, and just embrace the experience.
Have the whole experience. So Coco, can you let us know, so you said 6 weeks every weekend, but what if they're only able to make like one?
So I think it's in the program requirements that if you want to sign up, I think you have to come to at least 2 out of the 6.
But it doesn't matter if it's like the second one and the fourth one. Or,
but you'll still get the same tools, the planner, maybe the flyers that we'll have, the shirt, everything that comes with the package.
And so how can people find you?
Yes. So we have our website, PicassoNannies.com. We just launched it this month, so we have all of our information there with our upcoming programs and Picasso Nannies itself. So we'll be putting out more information on even the location of the upcoming workshops as well.
Okay.
The program itself is $50.
Okay.
But for participants in our last program, you know, they'll have a good discount just because they've already experienced entrepreneurship and stuff. So the $50 comes with planning materials, a t-shirt, all the learning materials involved in every workshop, the experience of networking and learning from, we're calling them mentors.
I love it.
Mentors for the nannies, nanny mentors. So
what is the age range that you're taking?
7 to 13.
Okay,
and then at the end of the 6 weeks, they get to bring their business, and we call it their Empire venture, to the market where the whole community can come together and support these entrepreneurs. We have a beautiful and great community of business owners here on island, and we all help each other out. And,
that's true.
And there's never a moment where it seems like competition, right? It's all about collaboration.
Yes.
So I'm sure that the community will come out to support these entrepreneurs. And yeah, we're looking forward to that huge marketplace event.
And that'll
more
be
details
exciting.
to follow.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Okay, thank you so much. Is there anything else you would like to share?
Along with whatever she said comes with the $50 package, we're also going to be providing light refreshments.
Yes.
So snacks, food, and drinks for each workshop that you come to throughout the 6-week program. Yeah.
Coco and I are very understanding. You know, if your child has that entrepreneurial spirit but can't commit to all 6 workshops, give us a call. Let's talk through a way that they can still get the knowledge they need in order to launch a business. As long as they're on track with opening up a business and taking responsibility for their business, then they're more than
You'll work it out.
If your child is a go-getter, an outgoing person, or maybe your child is shy but has all these cool
potential.
ideas, right? And they just need that outlet to learn how to gain confidence, then this program is perfect for them because we're going to be learning together, and I guarantee you're going to see the growth throughout the program.
I'm excited about this. Thank you so much, ladies.
We're excited too. Thank you so much for having us.
Of course. Thank you.
We hope to see you soon.
Yes. Thank you. I'll see you next time on your weekly renewal.
Weekly Renewal is brought to you by Calvo Select Care.
Oh. Hello. And you know, it's a classy affair here. It's a classy affair. We are keeping things classy. We're celebrating 50 years of The Young and the Restless. And you know, my colleagues and I here, we wanted to do something to celebrate 50 years of drama, of romance, of more drama. So here is our take on The Young and the Restless, the timeless opening sequence.
The wait is over, Guam. The all-new state-of-the-art car wash is now open at Cars Plus. Introducing Finish Line Express, open 7 days a week. The all-new cashless drive-through car wash is also the largest car wash on island that can accommodate vehicles such as lifted Jeeps and full-size pickup trucks. Just roll up, pick a wash, insert credit card, or show your EverWash app, and roll through. Plus, power vacuums are available to clean the interior. Show your vehicle some love today at the all-new car wash at Cars Plus in Mighty. Open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. 7 days a week.
I just wrote a jingle for my fish sandwich. Want to hear it? Fish, fish, fish. Look at this fish.